Okay, just picked up my new Harbor Freight 7x12 metal cutting bandsaw, horizontal vertical. This is model number 62875. This is replacing the green model, which I believe was 97009. If you can find this one, get the gray one. Do not get the green one. Easiest way to tell besides the part number in the box is, as you can see, the box itself has a metal frame going around it completely, including the base. And the metal frame actually bolts to the base, and then there's bolts going from the base up into here. There's actually 4 of them. And a couple key features of this one versus the green unit and the little tiny red one, which I've had forever. That one's seen plenty of time. It's actually a car being built completely under there. I need to clean up. Hopefully it'll start warming up here. A couple of the key features. One of them I especially like is the power system. Now the old green unit and the little red unit, the actual power button was right here. And it had something similar to this that came down and would push the switch back off when it reached the end of the stroke. Well, this one has basically a magnetic switch system. It's not plugged in right now. When you press this button, as you can see, the button automatically springs back out, but it would turn on. And when it reached the end of the stroke, there's actually a pressure switch right there. Let me turn it back on. You hear that little click? That kills the power. So you actually don't need to come over here and hit the off switch unless it's for emergencies. Now granted, if you got it up and you reset your part and you already got it started, I just hit the off switch here. Also, your pump switch is here. Key thing about the pump, the cooling system on the old green one basically had a metal pipe that came off and dripped right here. You had zero adjustment on it. Well, this one's got one of those flexi lines. You can literally put the coolant wherever you need it. Now, some people have been talking about on the the green ones and this unit of switching the reservoir or hydraulic cylinder, 180 degrees. We got 2 problems with that. One, you're going to have to pivot your lever also. You're going to unbolt it and put it on 180 degrees. Otherwise, it's going to be blocking this. Another issue is, when I first got this one, lifted up the arms a couple times, it had air in the system, which is pretty standard. Well, when the plunger's coming down, it's pressing your fluid out the pipe, past the shut-off valve, and through the flow control, back in here. Well, if you flip this thing 180 degrees, now your fluid's going to be going up, across, and essentially where the air pocket is. Now, I'm not sure how big it is, but if you got enough flow going in there, you can actually run air back into the system. It's kind of like shaking up a bottle of water with soap, and you start getting bubbles in the container. Of course, it's got the blade tension chart there. Now, versus the old green one, this has got the handle set up exactly like the little red unit. Now, I have not put the wheels on yet because I got them bolted to the frame. Yeah, I'll have a wheel back here, both sides, and up front it has the adjustable feet. Now, one thing versus the green one, and jet models for that fact, is the coolant reservoir. It's metal. Jets were plastic, the old green ones were plastic. And it actually has an internal baffle there so that when the dirty fluid comes over here with the chips settle, the fluid flows over the baffle to the pump side, and hopefully you won't be sucking up any chips into the pump. That's your standard like aquarium pond pump that's in there. Still comes with the standard stamp piece of folded cheap steel for the table when it's in vertical mode. I still got to put the screen there. The vice block is different from the red unit, but I think it's the same as the old green unit and the jets. The fence pivots back this way. On the red unit, went the opposite direction, which you had a problem sometimes. Now granted, the red unit was for smaller stock, but you could actually run into the guides either side. Hopefully this one, with it having a larger fence area, won't be an issue. Now I'm probably going to build my own base for this, but for now I'll just put it on the factory wheels. If you're going to build the base for it, you basically need to build from here about 1.5 feet, 2 feet. And the reason being is when the arm is up, you're going to have a lot of weight on this side. So there's not enough weight on this side. It will actually tip over backwards. As a matter of fact, when I raised the arm up on this, it wanted to tip over backwards. Now again, this model, the box will have a cage around it. The old model does not have the cage around it. So call around, have them actually look at the box and see if it's got this cage or it actually has that model number on the cardboard. Otherwise, don't get it. Another thing is the blade that comes with. I agree. Now granted, I have not tested out, but I would say it's utterly useless. It is a bimetal blade, but it's one of those blades that has 2 different blade count per inch, excuse me. Through here to here, it looks like 6. The next inch, maybe 4, maybe 5. Well, I would have to say that's not good for these machines. You're either going to get a really rough cut, or whatever you're trying to cut, it's either going to catch it and may break something. You definitely want to get a different blade. Definitely get bimetal blades. Do not get carbon steel. I know firsthand on the red machine. That's part of the reason why the upgrade. I had bimetal blades in there, no issue. But the 1/2 inch thick depth of the gauge, the blade, was a problem. Hopefully the 3/4 will make it do a lot better. Matter of fact, I've already got a couple of the blades here I'm going to be using. I happened to show up the same day I got the bandsaw. So me finished getting this thing put together, and I'll make another video of doing a couple cuts, and then when I get to the point of where I'm going to start making its own base, I will give the dimensions of that and show that working. Thank you.